Yeah, we gotta talk about Dolph and Nipsey Hussle. Man, black community is living a death style. We're not living a lifestyle. We're living a death style. Especially among us black men. Y'all see this young black man, Dolph and Nipsey Hussle, trying to do something for the community. Investment, donations, trying to do something good. We're gonna get into this. We're gonna talk about this death style among this black community, especially African Americans. Yeah. Anyway, make sure you guys come in, you like, share, and subscribe to the video if you want to talk about more about it. But let's get into this. Okay, so you already know who Young Dolph is. I don't really need to go into describing who Young Dolph is and Nipsey Hussle. These are two young brothers, who got into the music industry, but also they came back to reinvest in their community, building businesses. I guess Young Dolph is known to have at least 100 properties under his name. So, opening up businesses, owning houses, you're trying to rebuild the community, trying to create gentrification or make it flourish. These two brothers are coming back to the hood. Now, what happens when a lot of brothers come back to the hood, they have so much visions of what they want to do. But something always gets in the way, especially in the black community. So much opportunities to do. Even I have fallen victim to it. Going back to black community, trying to build up something. It's just, are you willing to put in the sacrifice and time that's needed to rebuild the community? And sometimes you're not even appreciated until you die. That's when they appreciate and it comes out all information of what you've done in the community. So nothing has changed really with Young Dolph. You see this played out in so many of these inner cities that are largely African American inhabitants. You see a story all the time. Brothers, when you get your master's degrees, your PhD, your bachelor's, and you get a little bit of money, it's time for you to get out of the hood. Especially if you want to live a lifestyle. If you want to stay in the hood and you want to live that death style, then you go ahead and you live that death style. But you remember what the consequences are. Like, for example, I went back to the hood about 2 weeks ago just to go and hang out with some friends. Old stomping grounds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I'm not going to drive back in that community with my nice car, flashy jewelry, wearing a big watches. I'm not going to be going back there to stunt it, but that's the situation that Young Dolph has. He goes back to his community, think everybody knows that everybody's okay, but you got to remember, even Jesus had enemies. So probably 99% of the people like you, but it's that 1%. That 1% that doesn't like you. You're going out there with your camouflage, Huracan Lamborghini, Young Dolph. You're going out there stunting with your gold chain and your watches. That's a red flag. Even to somebody that doesn't even know who you are, that's a red flag. You're going to stick out. Even when I was talking to my Italian friend about buying this nice fancy car, he said, no, William. No, William. In your community, if you bought that car, you get shot at. Don't even make that issue for you to go ahead and buy this nice car. Just stick to your Toyotas or Hondas, and then when you're in the nice neighborhood, urban neighborhood, then you can drive around those nice cars, those nice luxury cars. But he told me, don't buy none of those cars, because you are too important to me as a business partner for you to die over nonsense. So it's not only the black community that recognizes what's going on in here in the inner cities. Also, other cultures, they know when they go into black communities, especially in America. Not so bad in Canada, but especially in America, they know that they can't just act in any way. They're going there humble. They're driving their vans, their minivans, broken down minivans, maybe broken tail or anything like that, because they don't want the attention. Look at the white celebrities. They wear sunglasses, hats, jogging pants, sweatshirts, sw- anything to cover up as a disguise. And that's for them just going to downtown or even going downtown to urban areas. That's what they do. Look at Justin Bieber. A lot of these celebrities, white celebrities, even they're going downtown and they're getting all dressed up with a masquerade. You can't come out here and stunting with, you know, camouflage, rocking car that probably costs like 300K and you're iced out, blinged out, and think nobody's gonna notice it's you. And especially with the black community, right now, you can look on YouTube. People are bragging about killing young Dolph. You won't see this in any other community, but only in the black community would you see something like this, where young men are going around shooting other men, especially if they shoot a celebrity. They look at that as a prize for clout chasing. They go on social media and they brag about who they kill and what they kill. They don't care if they're going to jail. They only care about the media response, getting money from the social media for all the traffic that's driven to their page. All of this clout chasing over a person's life. And you see, they're not going to put so much time into solving these cases. 99% of these cases, these homicides, are done by black on black crime, mostly by black on black men. They know what's going on. A lot of them are not going to put no effort into trying to figure this all out. Even though they're out here bragging on YouTube that they killed young Dolph. And these police officers are not trying to go in and try and arrest this guy. Even though he's blatantly out here telling them that he didn't. You see, because we've gotten so used to black on black crime that it no longer sparks anything within us. And that you see is the value of the black men. That they're worth more dead than they are alive. But young Dolph was a little smarter, and so was Nipsey Hussle a little smarter. Because all of his masters, he owned all of his masters, so all of his money is going back into his family. He wasn't like DMX. DMX had bad record contracts, so all his money was going right back to the record labels and the lawyers. All of his children had to split the little measly dollars that he could come up with. What is it, 25K? Everything else, all the masters, all the income from masters is not going to none of the DMX family. But Nipsey Hussle and Young Dolph, they were far ahead of their time. They already owned their masters and they knew how these record companies are terrible. So at least he took care of that issue. So we're not too worried about the family. But you see, they had good intentions, but with bad outcomes, as you can see. The only reason why a brother like Young Dolph or Nipsey Hussle would even think about going back to the hood. Like, why would you go back to the hood so then you expose yourself to all these issues and you might get killed? The only reason why somebody should go back to the hood is, to buy, to exchange money for EBT food stamps. That's the only reason why somebody would ever want to go there. Or if you're going to see some family members, why don't you have the family members come over to your place? There's no reason for Nipsey Hussle and Young Dolph to go into the hood to go and see their friends. Love you like my prey cousin, but I'm going to have to love you from afar unless you come into my hood to a nice urban area and then I can take you out. But I ain't going back to the hood just so people can come after me. That's what's happened with a lot of these brothers. Brothers, when you get money, you get rich, you get out, and you stay out. The only reason why you should be going back to the hood is maybe to get a bootleg Jordan. You just come in and out with your busted down hoop-de-doo car, minivan, and wear sweatpants and jogging pants and a hoodie, sunglasses, and do it like how the white people do. But no, you want to be out here stunting and paint yourself a target and think everybody is for you. Not everyone is for you. It's that 1% that doesn't like you. Coming out here stunting. And that point target to him. See, some of y'all don't know that the black community and African American community has a crab in the barrel mentality. When they see one brother come up, they all get upset, saying that, oh, that should be me. And instead of congratulating the brother, they want to get rid of the brother. I don't know why. It's unique. For some reason, this is unique to the African American community of this dog eat dog mentality, this crab in the barrel mentality. That's why a lot of black professionals they stay away from the hood and they don't want to go back to the hood because they know about all the gunshots, the ambulance, the murder. They don't want to get exposed to that. They spent 4 or 5 years in school to get out of the hood. And now when you live in the suburbs and you're looking in to the hood, that's where you see that, man, this place is a war zone. It's like a Deathstyle if I stay here. You got the poor food. You got the poor unhealthy food. You got desert stores. You got fruit desert, vegetable deserts. You got murder, homicide. You got poor housing. You got squalor condition, congestion, poor roads. And this is the same. You could be in the same city and cross from one street to the next street, and it completely changes. You can see that really in African America. In Canada, you don't really see that, but in America, you really do see where streets can change light and day. Even though the taxes are being paid, they will avoid certain areas from renovating. So like I was saying, I went over there and hung out with my friends, and I made sure I came in with my busted down car, the one with the broken fenders and everything. Going there was my regular sweatpants and jogging pants, and that's how I went out to see my friends in the hood and hang out. After I drove out, no problems. You don't want to paint yourself any target, and you also don't want other people to see how well you're doing. Because then they'll tell other people, and then those other people will hear the story and say, really? And then they'll think about, because you never know. So some people are just looking for their next lick. I'm surprised young Dolph didn't get robbed first. They were just going out there just to go ahead and just kill him out of the blue. So that probably has something to do with back in his earlier life. He raps about, earlier gangster life. So maybe this could be something he did way back then. Kind of like Tupac. He did something way back and now the streets are coming for him. Well, anyways, guys, what do you guys think? I think that once you get rich, you get out of the hood and you stay out of the hood, especially if you're a black man. Because there's a big target painted on you. If you go back to the hood and you want to go back flashing and stunting and think nobody's going to come after you. Anyway, guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. This is William from YouTube. Bye-bye.